Police emergency.
Hiya, I'm phoning from Budget Skip Services. We've received a load of waste in, and there was a freezer as part of the load. It looks like there's a decomposed body inside.
Someone's died and the body has been concealed. Who would do that? Why?
A search of the skipyard records shows that the freezer was dropped off by a council removal team.
Obviously, the freezer had defrosted. The body had been removed, so all that is left is a putrefied body, which would indicate that it's been there for some time. Any sort of evidence that's there, you don't want to miss it. You want to get everything that you can to get justice for the person.
Detectives have been trying to track down the last resident of the flat, where the freezer was removed from.
They're the ones that own the property. The tenancy was in the name of John Wainwright. Yeah. He was the sole occupant, although it does say that he'd be living at the address with Damien, his son.
A search of police records reveals that officers attended the flat 9 months ago, after reports of a disturbance. Damien opened the door.
Hello, sir.
I want to go through the body cam just to get an idea of how he reacted towards officers.
Can we come in and have a chat instead of talking out here? Because we're going to have to come in. You don't have to come in, actually. Relax. Wait. This is my home. I'm asking you to leave. I am asking you to leave. Relax.
He's worried about, God, if they start looking around this flat, I'm in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
It's Brandon from Pear Tree. Just to let you know, we've got one en route from Royal Derby on suspicion of murder.
In the neighbouring county of Derbyshire, homicide detectives have located key suspect.
Right then, Damien, before we commence with the interview, is there anything you want to
Yes, Damien's asked me to read a prepared statement. I have known John Wainwright for 27 years. Throughout that time, he has acted as a father figure to me. John Wainwright suffered from dementia, and I was his registered carer from 2015 onwards. John Wainwright passed away from natural causes in September 2018. When I discovered the body, I was overcome by grief. Without thinking rationally, I put his body in the freezer. I think I was just not ready to let him go. The more time that passed, the worse it got, and I couldn't bring myself to report it to the authorities. I did not harm him in any way or play any role in causing his death.
Damien's admission means John Wainwright's body was concealed in the freezer not for 9 months, as police thought, but for nearly 2 years. The prints on the lid are photographed and digitally enhanced so that they can be analysed by the Fingerprint Bureau. Fingerprint expert Claire Lynch will compare the print to those taken from John Wainwright at the post-mortem.
We can discount the deceased for this print just based on these 2 points not being in the same, in the correct position.
None of the fingerprints that we had on the inside of the freezer lid belonged to the deceased. We have to assume he was put into that freezer when he was dead.
Detectives continuing to investigate Damien's relationship with John have now accessed details of John's finances.
A lot of small transactions, £15, £20, etc. A great portion of these transactions have come from one of the newsagents just round the corner from where Damien would still have been living at that time. There's a total of over £17,000.
Although Damien referred to his relationship with John as father and son, he didn't actually have any rights to John's money or any of his belongings.
This is the computerised record for the purchase of the chest freezer. The freezer was ordered on the 25th of September. Alarmingly, that would coincide to when the Facebook entries are made, when Damien's saying that John's died. That freezer was purchased on the 25th of September. That's the same day John's died. I'll tell you that there's a motive for not reporting.
There isn't, no.
There is.
There isn't.
Damien doesn't seem to have any job or income. He had a lifestyle with John. He had his carer's allowance, and he appears to have just continued in that.
With all forensic examinations completed, the pathologist meets with the police forensic team to review his conclusions on John's cause of death.
Within the limits of what we've had to work with, major findings of note are he has fractured right cheekbone, he has fracturing of his nose more to the right side. The further work on those show that they could be caused by some sort of heavy fall. Cause of death unascertained. I mean, it would probably never be ascertained.
It is frustrating, but it's not always possible to say how that person has died. We're looking at these 2 years down the line, and when there's a delay, it's a lot trickier for us. At the end of the day, you can't go for a murder charge when you haven't got the evidence in front of you.